brighter side, 'cause I'm low on the phone, you say. So I talk till I drop, you say, how could I have a heart made of stone? Why you? Oh, when we synchronize, it's exactly what I thought and I fantasized. Playing games with my mind, making us collide. And we know how it goes when we're out at night. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. When you bet you're nice, you're so satisfied. When I dig in the dirt, you're in paradise. And I know that you know I can sleep at night. Oh, and you're by my side, and it's smooth how you move, 'cause I'm petrified. Setting traps in my head, messing with my mind. When you talk, but I know you're lying. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. Why you so icy cold? My tears can't drip. Sitting awake alone, tattoos I miss. If I was to call your phone, I know you'd click. Baby, can I have the throne? I'll call it quits. You can even have my car, I don't need it. I've been inside my room since you left it, thinking about the place where we first kissed. Oh, and I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold.
Get your shot down packed to where like you hit your shot every single time you're open. You can practice dribbling, do all the little things, and don't be afraid. I know like sometimes in the community people don't like to give credit. They don't like to say they learned something from other people, but I never played power forward a day in my life. So when people were saying, oh, Zay is the best power forward in the league right now, or legit, or any of the other like top power forwards in the league, I was watching them. I was watching their games to learn what they were doing, where they were sitting on defense, where the sweet spot is on defense to play the drop and to play the corner and stuff like that. Like, you can always learn from other people.
100% agree with that.
Let's meet the visiting team, Los Angeles Lakers. At small forward, Kentavious Caldwell. At shooting guard, Damian. At center, Dwight Howard. At the other forward position, Anthony Davis. At the other guard position, LeBron James. The head coach of the visiting team is Frank Vogel. Let's meet your Brooklyn Trailblazers! At small forward, standing 6'8", number 8, Trevor Ariza. The other forward position, standing 6'8", number 00, Carmelo Anthony. The big man, at 7'0", number 27, Yusuf Nurkic. At the shooting guard position, at 6'3", number 3, CJ McCollum. At guard, 6'3", from Weber State, wearing number 0, Damian Lillard. The head coach for your home team is Terry Stotts. Once again, your Portland Trailblazers.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Chris Webber is joining us at the broadcast table alongside Greg Anthony and David Aldridge on the sideline. This is Kevin Harlan. DA, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Anthony Davis was among the top candidates for last season's Defensive Player of the Year award. AD said he takes pride in his defense, adding, "Anytime guys feel they can score it on me, I take it personally." Kevin, it's going to take an awful lot to get your shots up over the brow. Back to you.
Sure does, DA. Thank you so much. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's Howard in at the center position. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot manning the middle. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip.
Who's got Davis?
And Davis wide open. He shoots. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, with a 7.5-foot wingspan, AD's release point makes it almost impossible to stop that jet.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite-level defender, guards multiple positions, and turns away a number of shots.
James with the bucket. And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical. Gets blocks, but doesn't get pulled out of position. Does everything you want from a defensive anchor. And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And James throws it down.
James is just remarkable, showing no remorse when he's attacking the rim.
Now here's Anthony. Lillard outside. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. The three, cans it from downtown.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Lakers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Howard kicks to Caldwell Pope. Clock at 6. Drains it from beyond the arc.
They've come out with guns a-blazing. 4 for 5 from the field. They've got the D reeling.
Here's Ariza. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Dwight Howard.
And Trevor Ariza, a different player now than he once was, but during his prime, he was as athletic as anybody on the floor.
You can say that again, GA. And he's done a good job adjusting his game as he's grown older. He went from mostly a slasher to a 3-and-D player. I mean, it's allowed him to have a lengthy career.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Trevor Ariza.
And during Ariza's career, he has established himself as an effective role player and fantastic outside shooter and a tenacious defender.
Ariza hits them both.
Well, his free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
James with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Took him no time at all on that one. LeBron's got 6.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. And a deep 3 from Lillard. Portland again missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
And as he's aged in the league, Anthony Davis's offense has changed. Now much more of a face-up player.
Well, and that's where his game's been headed. His shot has improved, and he can step out to the 3, facing up and letting him use his burst. It lets him maximize what he can do.
And the first one drops.
One of my favorite bigs in the entire NBA. When Anthony Davis is on the floor, it's appointment viewing only.
And both free throws good for Davis.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on his stroke.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Ring shot on the way, and the basket is good. Lillard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I like the attitude Lillard brings to the offensive end. I mean, if he's got room to shoot, he doesn't hesitate or even think twice about it.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's McCollum. Green with the block.
Oh, look. Blocking shots is one of Green's sneaky attributes. His exceptional sense of timing.
And again, it's the Lakers.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Lillard, the pass to Ariza. Kicks to McCollum. The pass to Carmelo. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Here's James, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Damian Lillard.
And LeBron James still the face of the league as he goes into his mid-30s. The impact he's had on this sport is really immeasurable.
Come on, Jay. I mean, he's one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. I mean, it's scary to think that LeBron can still turn it on and take over when he needs to. And you know what? Playoff LeBron is a very real thing.
Free throw drops for James.
Oh, you love how effortless James makes this game look. Everything comes easy to him.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Trent's checked in. And both free throws good for James. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Passes to Trent. Back to McCollum. Pass to Trent. Puts it up. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
With the quick, accurate release, McCollum thrives on catch-and-shoot opportunities.
The drive by James, rebounded by Anthony. Trailblazers trail by 8. Here's Trent. Rebounded by Howard.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
LeBron's shot is good. James has got 12 in the game.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Trent passes to Nurkic. McCollum outside. To the left side wing. Here's Trent. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. I mean, the D is worrying too much about the other four guys. I mean, they can't give him open jumpers.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Yeah, true. But now it's about sustaining their energy and maintaining the focus.
Trent gets the bucket.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Yeah, and this is what you love to see. Both teams going at it, working to get to their spots and cashing in.
Just playing with poise and confidence, man. They continue to put points on the board.
They're just playing smart basketball, reading the floor well and executing.
Pass to McCollum. Green with the block. McCollum against Davis, and he uses the glass on the layup. 8 points for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
There's the pass to Nurkic. He dishes it to McCollum. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
Well, consistency is what comes to mind when I think of McCollum. I mean, especially offensively, where he scores in bunches.
Whiteside's checked in for Portland. He doesn't get the second one.
Well, there are a few players in the league that can match McGee's athleticism. I mean, his whole career, he's been a class above with his speed and leaping. He'll make the most of it on both ends of the court.
Trailblazers trail by 12. Ariza, right side. Pass to Trent. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Cullen passes to Anthony. Just 5 to shoot. Trent hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Trent's got 7 points.
And see, Webb, you mentioned it with JaVale McGee. His vertical is off the charts.
Oh, yeah, he can get to alley-oops, GA, that nobody else can. The length and bounce he has is jaw-dropping. I mean, same goes for his shot-blocking abilities when he times it up.
Los Angeles shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Little's checked in. That's good from McGee. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids, you're right. Here's McCollum. Following the basket by Kyle Kuzma. Trent gets the bucket.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Here's McGee, and it's McGee with the jam.
really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
They've decided to pound the ball inside, using their physicality to set the tone.
Here's McCollum after the basket by Los Angeles. To the middle, here's Whiteside, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Whiteside's got his second basket. Here's Rondo, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
On defense, the Lakers, 13-point lead. And the basket by McCollum.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Morris into the lane. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got 5 assists in the game. And here's Hood. And it's McCollum in the corner. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
He's finding some good shots early on. And what you like about it, he's not trying to do too much.
Here's McGee. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
This is where McGee's coaches and teammates want him to shoot from. They know he can do damage in there with his hops.
The wide open shot by Little. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Here's Caruso, covered by Hood. Morris lays it up and banks it in.
Wow, Morris is a physical guy, solid at staying active on the boards and gobbling up these rebounds.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. It's a 14-point game. Shot by Collins, no good. Los Angeles has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's Caruso. Second shot opportunity. In deep, McGee drops it in. McGee's got 9.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
In the corner, it's Little. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Lakers leading by 16. Here's Caruso. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Hood with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And there's the foul. It'll go on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul. To halt the run. Shot is good off the back rim and in. 10 points for him.
Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
Morris with the bucket.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Now McCollum. He's got 10. Pass to Whiteside. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, not only where he's most comfortable, it's also where he's most dominant. Whiteside, a towering presence inside.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
And a bounce-back season for Whiteside. Got the minutes he wanted with Portland and showed he could still be an impact player.
Yeah, he showed he's still a monster when it comes to blocks and rebounds. This year will be the most telling with Whiteside. Got a new deal. I want to see if he keeps pushing himself or reverts to lazy play.
Lakers leading by 16. And that one's good, Caruso.
Talk about an advanced distributor. I mean, there's passes that point guards can make, and there's passes that Rajon Rondo can make.
Now, here's Collins. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Morris. Rebounded by Hood.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
You're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end. That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
And it goes down 2 points.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
Trailblazers trail by 18. Hood on the wing. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Lakers. Morris has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's McGee. And the shot is long. Trailblazers shooting an impressive 60% early. Down low, here's Hood. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Adding more to his offensive game. You got to love that. Hood wanting to prove he's more than just a perimeter scorer.
Puts one up from 19, and it's good for 2. McCollum's got 12 points in the game.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. That one goes. Count it. He has 5.
Well, a guy that simply brings toughness to the hardwood. Rondo, he isn't bothered by a little contact.
In the corner, it's Little. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Over to the left wing. 4 seconds left. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he stays so grounded despite all of his individual success.
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from a tough place. Didn't get recruited in high school. I went to a small college, so I just come from something different than somebody that might have been 8th grade #1 prospect and getting recruited by every school in the country in the 9th grade where they might be a little bit more entitled.
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Well, credit to coaching. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter. Now it's paying off.
Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Lillard and Hood work together in the backcourt. And it's Little in at the 3. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends, has them increasing this lead.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone, and he gets it to go. Davis has got 6 in the quarter.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Hey, right here.
Lillard looking around. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And James throws it down.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball after the basket by the Lakers. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive boards.
Here's LeBron, and LeBron throws it down.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Takes the 13-footer, and he hits the jump shot. That's now 22 points for LeBron.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
In the corner, it's Little. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Little's got 5.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy has no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
And the shot goes in.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to, but this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
So both teams making some changes here. Pass to Trent. Back to Lillard. Takes a 3. Connects from three-point range. He's got 8.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
It's Ariza on the wing. No good with the triple.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Howard. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Lillard bounce pass. And Davis sends it back.
Oh, the long reach of Davis. Outstanding at using his wingspan to erase shots.
Howard, that's good.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, when you're executing at this rate, you feel like no one can slow you down.
That one goes in.
Well, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
And James throws it down.
You got to be in awe of James, an offensive juggernaut. He's caught fire here tonight.
Here's Lillard. He's got 8. From deep. The long-distance 3 is buried. Lillard's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Portland. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, good evening. Well, last season the Blazers were beset by injuries and they fell short of their goals. Their star Damian Lillard said, "Once we're in a better position, I want people to remember how I responded when things didn't go my way, so that they know my character is true." Kevin, we know that Dame grew up in Oakland, a place where overcoming adversity was ingrained. Back to you.
Thank you, D.A.
Shooting 1.
Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised. As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Ariza has the open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Los Angeles. Here's what a beautiful play.
What intensity. Did you see that? This is great. Oh, the blinding speed of Caldwell Pope is virtually impossible to match up with in transition. He just gets down the floor so incredibly quick.
Left side Ariza unloads. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Green fires from way outside. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Green's got himself on the board with 3 there. It's Ariza on the wing. Ariza with another miss.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious. The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
The Trailblazers have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter, just under 50% shooting. Here's Ariza. Hits it from three-point range. Ariza's got 7 points in the game.
And the three-point shooting skills of Ariza are just lethal. A volume shooter from there who can flat out light it up. He's not a guy who's going to sit back and settle for jumpers. He's going to get to the bucket every time he can.
The Trailblazers have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. And Green slams it in.
Oh, and the long arms of Caldwell Pope are so dangerous on defense. He is so good at making his man feel uncomfortable, which in turn earns him a ton of steals.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 11. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
James with it. Lillard picks him up. Howard trying to free himself up. Timeout called the Lakers.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
All right, I want everyone to give it up for your Blazer dancers.
A different look now for Portland. Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Lillard. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Smith has checked in. Count that bucket.
Assistant, Dwight Howard.
The Trailblazers shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. And it's McCollum in the corner. Fires for 3, and the Trailblazers another 3.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
We all know Smith is not shy about letting it fly or going straight into the D and picking up the foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
Free throw good, Smith.
Now, we know this guy Smith is one of the most fearless shooters in the game. I don't know if he's ever seen a shot he didn't like.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
And so here's Portland. Ariza finds McCollum over Davis. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Ariza. McCollum's got 17.
Such a smart offensive player. When McCollum sees these shots open up, he doesn't think twice about firing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
That's just great defense, forcing his man into a difficult attempt.
And so Green will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Offensive rebound, Davis. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should have been easy.
McCollum, no good. LA has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Here's Smith. Count the basket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The Trailblazers shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. To the wing right side. Trent gets the bucket. Trent's gone 5 of 6 in field goal attempts tonight. Anthony with the bucket. Anthony's got 4 this quarter.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim. He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Trent passes to McCollum. Over Smith. McCollum, no good.
They know they can't give him that shot. The D's all over it, not even giving him an inch of space.
And Whiteside sends it back.
Yeah, Whiteside won't allow that. You have to work way harder to outplay a blocker of his talent.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
I mean, that's about the only way he can score from there. Perfect use of the reverse in the face of some tough D.
Here's Trent. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers. Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Zach Collins checked in for Portland. Rodney Hood comes in for Trevor Ariza. Markieff Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Rondo comes in for Green. And a wide open look for McCollum. Gets to the corner and buries it. McCollum's got 21.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
After a promising rookie campaign, a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings, though, to the table.
Yeah, out in the open court, Rondo's versatile. I mean, he can make plays for others or finish for himself.
Outside Hood. The pass to Little. Tries a 3. No good on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Rondo against McCollum.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration that time.
Passes it to Little. The 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Rondo against Hood. Collins passes to McCollum. Out to the wing. Here's Little. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 7th assist here tonight. Just 3 on the clock, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, Rondo's jumper can really unlock other parts of his game. The defense better be careful there.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers, sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
Oh, man, that is important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got to offensive rebound too as well. Get us some second chance at the basket and just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 35 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. What'd you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Lakers?
Well, let's give it up. Let's give it up for King James. How many times have you seen him as his team's focal point? It's amazing what he does, and he continues to do it in this strong league.
Shaq, how do you think Portland played?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been a clinic out there by James.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
He did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with Howard. And it's Caldwell-Pope in it, the small forward. The drive by LeBron. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
Oh, come on. Hall of Fame athleticism and ability. James has no problem throwing it down in style.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for Portland. Pass to Lillard. From deep three-point range, and Davis pulls it down. Davis has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Banked in off the glass. Davis has got 20.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Now, here's Lillard. McCollum outside. And stolen by James. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And that one's good by Davis.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And it's McCollum in the corner. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 4th assist in this one.
Heating up like a microwave. Once McCollum gets a few to fall, you know he's in rhythm.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
And you talk about the perfect veteran wing player. Danny Green's right at the top of that list. Solid defense, good shooter, and plays within himself.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. JaVale McGee comes in for Dwight Howard. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for Caldwell Pope.
One shot.
And Greg, the experiences that Danny Green has had over the course of his terrific career, it's hard to match.
I mean, he's won multiple titles in his career, done so in different places with different types of teams. He's seen it all and knows what it takes to succeed. They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
They get a hand on it. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. McCollum with the ball. Lillard with the bucket.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
Wasted no time on that one. LeBron's got 40 points.
He's kept the integrity of their offense tonight by moving and cutting and scoring every time they've needed him to.
And finished off by Nurkic.
Rising off the ground with such intensity. I mean, when Nurkic is this close, he wants to slam it down.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Green with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Here's Davis. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Davis has got 6 points in the quarter.
And amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect from the field to start the half.
Lillard outside. Fires the three. The shot will not fall. And the Lakers take it the other way. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Oh, this is the confidence Kuzma plays with. I mean, he feels like he can score on intense defense whenever he wants.
When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role, tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets, and he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
Yeah, and for being the 27th pick in the 2017 draft, Kuzma has made his mark early, already surpassed expectations.
Anthony kicks to Lillard. It's McCollum on the wing. 24 points for him, and it's in there.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense. It's been a clinical performance. He's played a huge role and has them in position to grab the W.
For Los Angeles, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Here's Ariza. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Davis.
Oh, you love how physical Ariza is, just attacking the D and earning the call in the process.
For Portland, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. Free throw drops for Ariza. Both free throws good from Trevor Ariza. And it's Davis with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Here's James, again, Los Angeles.
This quarter expending tremendous energy at the offensive end, and he's not slowing down. He's still calling for it.
The open shot, Lillard. Rebounded by the Lakers. McGee's got his 4th rebound in this one. LeBron's shot is good. LeBron's got 12 points here in the second half.
There's almost no stopping LeBron if he's allowed to get inside. Too strong, too skilled.
Count that one.
It's all clicked into place for him this quarter. He's not missed a single shot.
Here's Caruso. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Caruso's got 12 in the game. Portland's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. A 3 from McCollum. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Now, you don't see that very often. A wide-open 3 is usually like a layup for him. Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
And Melo's jumper is pure. You feel like it's going in every time he gets a clean look at the rim.
Shot from the wing. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. The Trailblazers have gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. And it's McGee penetrating. Count it, good.
I mean, the passing genius of LeBron coming to the surface. I mean, a look that only a few players in the league can make.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Unloads from 9. Tries again. And Anthony with the lay-in. Anthony's got 4 this quarter.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
And that one's good, Caruso. The Trailblazers shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. Lillard from outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got 23.
You better play up on Lillard at all times, especially when the pass is coming his way. You got to know he's ready to shoot once he catches it.
And here's McCollum for 3. And another 3 for Portland.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Such a creative player. Look, James is fantastic at reading the floor and finding his teammates.
And for Portland, their shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Gets the three-pointer to fall. McCollum's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Drills his 3rd 3 of the half. I mean, that's 15 points from long range for him today.
The shot's good from LeBron.
And the in-between shot of James, a thing of beauty. I mean, he's so clever at taking advantage of this area of the floor.
Here's McCollum for 3. And there's Lillard on the assist by McCollum.
Timeout.
26 points for him.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
For the Trailblazers, Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Collins comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Rodney Hood subbed in for Trevor Ariza. And then for the Lakers, Markieff Morris is checked in for JaVale McGee. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for LeBron. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. A 3 from McCollum and another 3 for Portland.
They're going to be relying on him here late. I mean, just think about it. Hoping to come from behind, he just needs to keep doing what he's been doing.
And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last.
I mean, come on, fellas. Keep your head in the game. I mean, that pass should have been basic.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
So it's Portland now. Here is Lillard. 26 points for him. Out to Hood. Three-pointer. The shot off that time. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Lakers. Portland grabs the miss. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Feeds it to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Oh, the awareness on display. Hood just isn't a good scorer. He's also skilled at getting it to his open teammates.
Here's Morris. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. 8 points for Markieff Morris. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
And it's McCollum off the drive. He gets that one. McCollum's got 14 points here in the second half.
And McCollum is fantastic at running the screen and roll. He knows how to use the pick to get space to shoot.
They get the rebound, and Morris throws it down.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roam that freely on the glass?
Trailblazers shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Stolen by McCollum. And now Portland on the break. Here's Collins. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Collins has got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Trent's checked in. And then for Los Angeles, Howard's checked in for Anthony Davis. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Green in for Alex Caruso. Took him no time at all on that one. Rondo's got 13 points.
And he's just gotten so much better at being able to pull up in traffic there off the dribble. Rondo can make the D pay if you fall asleep.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 26. Out to Hood from downtown. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got assist number 8 now on the night. Los Angeles has gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Here's Rondo. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Well, we all know how Rondo can dish it, but when he wants to, he can score too.
And it's Hood in the corner. And the Trailblazers, another 3. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Got that bucket in no time at all. He's got 7.
Oh, and Caldwell Pope is not shy about letting it fly, about getting one up. Such a nice stroke.
Here's Trent. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Rondo. He's got 15. The finish, a huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
And look, give Hood credit. Seeing an opportunity to swipe the ball and does just that.
Here's Green, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Green's got 5 points now this quarter. Trailblazers trail by 20. And a wide open look for Hood, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
With the second half he's having, I mean, his field goal percentage is way up there.
Morris. Offensive rebound. Howard, that's good. Howard's got 8 points.
It's a battle boxing Howard out. Too big, too strong.
And it's Hood in the corner. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound the Lakers. Rondo's scanning the floor. Again, Los Angeles.
Oh, that's just a terrific night for him from the floor, making almost everything he looks at.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And so it's Los Angeles, holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Lakers leading by 18. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Portland. Little out there with Whiteside. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Rodney Hood. And it's Trent in at the 2-guard spot. That's a 2 from Lillard. Nice open look, but it's no good. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers over Lillard. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
So assured on this end. When Kuzma is drilling these shots, it's a big confidence builder.
Hood for 3, and the Trailblazers another 3.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Here's Green, and the Lakers tack on 2 more.
Well, some extra motivation coming into this game for Green. It's like he's had something to prove. I mean, he's making a major impression.
Trailblazers trail by 21. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Trent, good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Here's Rondo. Here's Kuzma, and Whiteside sends it back. Here's Trent, and again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Here's Kuzma, lays it up off the glass. Kuzma's got 4 this quarter.
Good at taking initiative inside. Once Kuzma is near the hoop, he's focused on scoring.
Hood for 3, and again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Lakers leading by 14. The drive by Green, and Whiteside sends it back. They get it back. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. The Blazers on offense. They're on a 12-4 run right now.
And this is what Hood is capable of. A lot of it is confidence, and he's playing with it now.
Lakers have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Carmelo Anthony subbed in for Hood. James checked in for the Lakers. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Trent. Over in the corner, Lillard. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Lillard's got 35. The Lakers in the lead. The drive by James and the dunk by James.
I like the intensity from James, using his speed to knife toward the rim.
Here's Trent, and there's the call on Howard. And that'll be his third foul so far. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Little. The Lakers also making some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Kyle Kuzma, and Bradley's subbed in for Green. Here's Lillard, and here's Portland. They're on a 17-6 run. Here's Ariza, and he's good on the 3-ball.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
You see more teams doing this nowadays. We all are firmly entrenched in the era of the 3-ball.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. And he's good on the second. Trailblazers trail by 9. Pass to Trent. And a deep 3 from Lillard. Off target from outside.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboards.
Here's LeBron. Here's Howard. The second chance effort. And the rebound by Nurkic. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 20-7 run. Trent passes to Carmelo. Excellent D from Howard.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against Portland.
The D is no shot at stopping James when he gets that low in that position. He's too big, too strong in the paint. You got to foul him.
LeBron James, 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, LeBron. He makes 1 of 2 that time. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 10. And stolen by LeBron. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's his 3rd foul of the game. McCollum's checked in for Portland.
C.J. McCollum.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball securer. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half.
The Trailblazers have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Ariza. Here's LeBron, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, come on. We all know LeBron is used to getting fouled, but it's just amazing how he keeps his focus. Such a powerful player.
One shot.
Free throw good, LeBron. Trailblazers trail by 11. Over in the corner, Lillard. Another possession, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammate.
Offensively, guys, he's been something else. Almost 40 points right now.
Every time he touches the ball, something good happens.
That's good instincts as a distributor. I mean, Lillard on point with the pass.
And here is James following the three-pointer by Carmelo Anthony. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
Now here's Lillard. Launches a three, and another three for Portland.
What's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Lakers leading by 5. The drive by LeBron. Connects again.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. The Trailblazers shooting has been just outrageous. 64% from the field to this point. Anthony's shot is off. Los Angeles has gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Timeout.
And it's a 9-point Los Angeles lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Some changes here for the Lakers. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Alex Caruso in for Bradley. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Thank you, David.
Well, you know jump shooting isn't Howard's strong suit, but I like how he's constantly challenging himself to get better. It pays off right there.
Now here's McCollum. It's Ariza on the wing. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
At the line for your Trailblazers, Trevor Ariza. At the line
Two shots.
Free throw drops for Ariza. Some changes for the Lakers. Morris comes in for Dwight Howard. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Ariza hits them both. Los Angeles leading by 9. Here's James, and another one.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. McCollum with the ball. Over in the corner, Lillard. Good, another from 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Here's James, and LeBron throws it down.
Oh, come on. You can't allow James to get positioned down low. Once he does, he's looking to dunk it.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Lillard against James. The tray. Lillard misses. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Teardrop shot. Nails the baby hook. And the Lakers lead by 12.
You gotta admire the focus. James not allowing the D to get the better of him.
Lillard against James. Lillard dishes to Carmelo.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Carmelo Anthony. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Los Angeles leading by 10. Here's LeBron, and another one falls. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
Nurkic finds Ariza, knocks it loose. It's stolen by Smith. And it's the Lakers on the break. Davis has got the ball. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Damian Lillard.
Well, Davis gets to the line a whole lot. And people don't talk about it, but he's an excellent foul shooter, about 80% most seasons.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Davis. Now Lillard. And there's the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Lillard's got 46 points.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game. When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up. He's ramped up his game in a big way this quarter. I don't think he likes it when they're trailing.
And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Trailblazers trail by 11. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Back to McCollum. Takes the three. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
Here's LeBron. And yep, another basket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. The Trailblazers shooting an incredible 64% from the field in this game. Here's Lillard. LeBron with the block.
Oh, you got to be cautious around James. He's always on the hunt to swat away shots. Defense in your rear view may be closer than they appear.
And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big time play on both ends.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Anthony Davis. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Anthony's got 11 points here in just the second half. Los Angeles calls timeout. And now let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Los Angeles leading by 10. Caldwell Pope left side. It's good.
All heart from Caldwell Pope there, using every ounce of strength to muscle that shot in.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. And it's Ariza in the corner. Passes it to Anthony. Doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Left side, Davis. And they double up Davis. And that one, good. Davis has got 6 points in the quarter.
Embracing contact on the way up. I mean, Davis is terrific at keeping his composure on these challenging finishes.
Lillard outside. Beyond the arc. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Cook, and it's sent back by Lillard. And he's able to get it back. Trailblazers trail by 14. Right wing fires the 3. Yet another bucket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Lakers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for LeBron.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Basket counts.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
That's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
The Blazers on offense, trailing by 13. And again, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Cook, good.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this one.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
The way he's firing from three today, they ought to keep riding him.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
We talk about killer instinct all the time. He definitely has it. He's keeping his foot on the pedal here.
Nurkic with the steal. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, you have accomplished so much in this league. How have you sustained it for this long?
You know, it's only a select few. It's not many who make it to this point, and I would never take the game for granted. That's why I try to give everything I can till I can't give no more. And I've been around some great players, great coaches, great organizations, and for me to have this opportunity right here means a lot, and I'm very humbled.
Well, we appreciate all the work you've put in, man. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.